Okay, here we are back for our 1971 roll. This is what our 1971 roll looks like. It is a universal wrapper, 50 pennies roll. Very common type used in the early to mid 1970s. And let's see, who do we have back with us? We've got Brown Soda, Eric Beyer, Coin Hunter. That's all I see so far. We've only got 6 concurrent viewers, so I'm going to wait for a minute or two, let the other folks come in. There's Shannon. Shannon is back. Yeah, it was. I got us all ready. I'm going to go ahead and pick this apart, kind of do it the slow way. There's Brian Welty. I do this the slow way because, well, I don't mind doing it this way once in a while. I've got a little tool. Actually, I'm going to grab my little tool. Sometimes it's a little harder to do it with your fingernails, a little more painful than it is just to use my little rake tool here and just kind of pry it apart. It's plastic on the end, so it doesn't scratch the coins at all. And I just pull the curl of the wrapper straight and go all the way around. And it pulls it apart very nicely. Very well done. Ready to just unroll the coins. Wrapper goes over the coins. This is a Batdorf wrapper, by the way. The really tight ones that have the V-shape cut to the paper. The inventor of the machine that wraps them this way, his name was Batdorf. And Batdorf got a patent for his machine in 1915 or 18, I believe. Can't remember right now. But anyhow, that type of machine wraps coins all the way to this day. And here we go, 1971 Philadelphia. 1971 Philadelphia, the first coin out of this roll will be from Mac McBride. Get this stuff centered back in a little bit here. There we go, and here is coin number 1. Let's see what we get. Nice clean looking roll. Be nice if we get anything good out of this, because it'll be a very nice clean looking coin. Let's see what we get on the reverse. Wow, look how early dice date that is. That's just beautiful. Really, really nice looking coins. So let's hope that we find some goodies out of this roll. We haven't found anything so far. This is coin number 1, and it was normal. So let me get my keyboard out of the way here real quick. Way I can get nice and comfy and ready to go. Here we go. Coin number 2. Coin number 2 will belong to Carl Ignatz. Carl Ignatz gets this 1971 Lincoln Cent, and it appears to also be normal. It is. If we get the DDO number 1, man, that is a serious coin. In this condition, they'd be worth anywhere between $500 and $800 per coin. And if we found one in this roll, we'd probably find half a dozen of them. There are at least 4 other decent double dies that we could find. Nothing known on the reverse side, though. We're only going to check the reverses about the first 10 coins. Then we'll be able to drop off of it. There's another slightly later dice date looking coin here. Most of the double dies known for 1971 are Class 1 rotated hub double dies. The one major one that we know about is Class 2. Class 2 is distorted hub doubling, which means that the doubling usually goes toward the edge of the design, as is the case in this particular one, where In God We shows some pretty nice doubling toward the rim, and the entire word liberty is doubled very nicely toward the rim. Here's coin number 4 now. Coin number 4 goes to Malcolm. Wife came in earlier and she was looking at the names, and she says, "Oh, you have a McClanahan in there." And I said, "Nope, you need to read it again." She said, "Oh, there's no Clanahan, it's just Clacklin." I said, "Yeah, it's McLaughlin." "How do you know how to say that?" "I don't know. I just do." It's not a McClanahan. It's not Mulcahy. It's not McGillicuddy. It's not McClanahan. It's just McLaughlin. Well, these are some relatively pretty looking coins. I mean, they're relatively mark free. Very nice looking coins. Decent luster. Nice color. Earlier die state. But it doesn't look like we're picking up anything for double dies here. That's coin number 5 for Mr. Worley. Down and out. Here's coin number 6. Eric. Let's see what Eric got. Very few say it right. The same with my name. My name is actually very simple. If you actually read the way it's spelled and you pronounce it the way you read it, you'll always pronounce it properly. But for some reason, a lot of people don't even read the name. They just kind of glance at it and assume that it says Doherty or Daughtry or Darty or some other weird manifestation of the letters in my name. But my name is spelled Daughtrey, and it's pronounced Daughtrey. It's very simple. I always tell people there's a tree at the end of my name. Helps them remember it. Helped my boss one time, who continued to mispronounce it incorrectly, and one time I said to him, "You know what, you sign my paychecks and you don't know how to pronounce my name. It's very simple, it's Daughtrey." "Oh, really? I thought it was Doherty." I said, "Yeah, you have to read it. There's no trick about how it's spelled. It's spelled exactly as you should read it. Daughtrey." Just like if you look closely enough at Malcolm's last name, it's not McClanahan. There's no form of the word McClanahan going on there. It's easy to assume, but it is definitely incorrect. God, this is so mark-free. I mean, this is almost like you're looking at the larger plaster mold for the coin rather than the coin itself. It's so pretty. I really like it when coins come out real nice. Here's one for Steve A. What does Steve get? This is coin number 9. This is the next to the last coin I'll be checking the reverse on. Then we're just going to plow through the obverses. Here you go. Look at that. The little scrapes on the face there. That's actually beard hair put into the working hubs. Guess you probably never noticed that before. Well, it's because it usually wears out. After early die state, that goes away and you don't see them anymore, but that's actually beard hair. Interesting, huh? The things you learn. Oops. Well, that coin made it all the way to the wood dusk. There we go. Now for coin number 10. Gosh, why am I having such trouble tonight? Maybe because I haven't done this in a while. I need to get back into the habit. Here's Sharp Eye. And coin number 10. This will be the final coin that I'm going to flip over and take a look at the reverse on. During this show, we will be relooking at all of the coins in the roll to be sure that we haven't missed anything later on, but I'm not going to use broadcast time to look for what is very likely normal. command decisions. You gotta love them, right? Ty Brown Soda says new growth. That's right. He needs to shave or use some trimmers or something. Here's one for Wanda. Let's see what Wanda ends up with. A little gash in the head. Otherwise, we have a very clean, nice, high luster coin. I tell you what, folks, there is some chance that there could be some 66s here. I said I wasn't going to look at the reverse, but I'm just looking for grade on this one. They're a really sweet looking coin right there. That could be a 66. Somebody find me PCGS values for 66 and 67 on a 1960 or 1971 Lincoln cent. We can see if any of these might be worth sending in for grades. This one's not. This one's got some spots on it. This one's for Adam Chambers. Yeah, PCGS coin facts, look under red and then find 66 and 67 and give me an average of the numbers there. Or you can give me the PCGS value at the top. We'll have to subtract about 15-20% from that to get actual numbers, but it's a good idea of a value anyway. It's generally how I get the values for the different issues at different grades, so I'll know whether or not I should be sending something in. So whether I think it's going to grade high enough, and if I think it's going to grade high enough, then, well, I'll send it in. See what happens, you know. Here's coin number 14. At some point, maybe in the future, I might consider sending in coins for people. 66 is 28 and 67 is 175. Now, 66 would not be worth sending in as a single coin. It might be worth sending in as a bulk send-in, but that you'd have to have 100 coins before they grade any of them in bulk. But it might be worth it in bulk to get a 66. But then for 67 at 175, a few of these coins might actually be worth trying. Might actually be worth trying. 175 value, as reported by PCGS, would actually bring probably $125 to $150. You pay the $20-$25 grading fee. You pay the $10 to $15 to get it shipped back to you. You've paid $1.50 or $2 for the coin. I don't remember how much these were. But you're still talking about less than a third of your expected outcome at cost. That is worth doing. I generally recommend grading coins if you wanted to grade a coin that have a potential value of $100 or more. And, well, 175 is definitely there. 66 red, the double die obverse is $3,120. Is that right? $3,120. I had two of them graded 65 red. One of them sold for $900, the other one sold for $550, and they were virtually the same. There's Adam Chambers. I remember a time when you could get that double die for about $25-$30 a coin in red. That was before PCGS put them in the registry. Once PCGS put them in the registry, prices went gaga, and they still are. So yeah, for sure that double die is big money coin. I mean, it's a major double die. Here's one for Shannon. Got nothing on the Shannon coin. Brian bought his first one for $35. That's right. Brian's almost as old as I am. So he remembers the good old days when people looked at you like you had a third hand growing out of your head for collecting die varieties. And like, yeah, okay, whatever you want to do. Now there are top money coin buyers clamoring for the die varieties. So much for that, right? They thought we were crazy little geeks. We knew what was coming. Vicky Cardwell. This is Bulldog's wife, by the way. Bulldog's wife got him a couple of spots in these reveals, and I ruined it by doing them 2 months late. Gosh, such a clean-looking coin. Force of habit, folks. Just looking at the reverse of the coin is always just kind of a force of habit for me. Yeah, registry stuff gets very, very expensive. One of these days, if Copper Coins is ever completed the way that I want the website to be completed, you will be able to compete in different sets on Copper Coins using Copper Coins attributed coins with Copper Coins attributed numbers or NGC, PCGS, or NX numbers. That will give you the opportunity of being able to show off your collection and be the number one at whatever sets happen to be put together for Lincoln Cents. Could you imagine having a registry for all die number 2 RPMs? Yeah, we could actually do that. We could have a registry set for all die number 2 RPMs. See who gets the best at that. That would be one severe undertaking of a website. Brian has a story. Let's see. 1993, there was a roll of Cirque 1971 DDO number 1 for $75. I turned it down because I didn't know what the hell I would do with 50 of them. Whoops. Right? I turned down a roll of DDO, so 1972 DDO number 3. 3 different times. 3 different rolls. Had a chance to get a roll for $100 when I was stationed in Germany back in 1988. Then had a chance for $150 from a seller I knew on eBay. And then about 2 years later, I had a chance for one at $175. Yeah, a roll. Full uncirculated roll of DDO number 3. Which could have been DDO number 8 for all I know because, well, people look at the doubling and they assume. And the doubling on 3 and 8 are very, very similar to one another. So it could have been either die or both. But at any rate, at a very minimum, those are worth at least $500 a roll at this point in BU condition. Probably worth paying up to $1,000 a roll. I finally got mine when a gentleman offered to me about 5 years ago to purchase a 15 coin lot of them from a roll. It was basically a tube full, 15 full. At $15 a coin, I took it. I'm not going to pass this up again. How stupid. Well, I am, but I'm not, right? Just like Brian says, never claim to be smart. I once had a coin that looked somewhat similar to these little guys right here, except it was a large cent. That's right. Nice, bright, fresh, uncirculated large cent. That's not all, though. This one happened to be dated 1794. I found it in a coin shop in Germany. Bought it only because it said United States of America, and I had no idea what it was. But I got it anyway. Well, Bowers and Ruddy ended up with the better end of that stick. They paid me $1,500 for it. It's only worth about $100,000 now. Oh, there's all kinds of chances that I've passed up over time. All kinds of chances. Things I passed up and things that I didn't do well on because I was too ignorant to do the right thing. Picked up a really nice uncirculated 1921 piece dollar. Really nice one. I paid $125 for it, the equivalent of about $125 in German currency, which was the Deutschmark at the time. I think I flipped it, turned it over for $150 if I just held on to it and got it graded. Of course, back then, grading wasn't really a thing. That was when the grading companies were really just getting started. This was 1987, 88. Could have done far, far better on it had I just waited. Once had an uncirculated 1865 2-cent coin, uncirculated. Nice looking coin, had great luster on it. I think I paid like $20 for it. Yeah, you think that's a great deal. Look it up. You'll find out that it's better than a great deal. It's almost like highway robbery. We've got a very nice uncirculated roll here, folks. These coins are in great shape, so you need to look at them very closely when you get them to be sure that they're not something that you might want to send in for grading. Some of the coins in this roll could possibly be that kind of quality. Obviously not the one that I'm showing as I'm talking about it. Of course, that would never happen to me. And yeah, I'm looking at the reverses on these. This show's only like 20 minutes long anyway. I don't even know how long we've been on. How long have we been on? Somebody tell me? Somebody know? Anybody know? Anyone? Anyone? I know that we're still 20 minutes before scheduled time for this show to begin. And I think we're going to be beginning the third show right around the time when this one was scheduled to begin. We're on coin 32 right now. I'm not finding anything in this roll, so far we're getting a bust out of this roll. Brian, I have cherry-picked a few of those over time, but the ones I cherry-picked were not in 1999. The ones I cherry-picked were after 1999, like 2003, 04, 05. I got one at the Hyatt show in St. Louis in February of 2004. And I picked another one at the, would have been the Central States show in St. Louis in 2005, May of 2005. Then I think I cherry-picked another one out of a dealer stock at a shop. And then I bought 2 or 3 of them in sets as, well, I purchased them as close AMs. I think I paid $150, $200 a set. I think maybe what you might be thinking about is the 98 close AM Discovery coin that was discovered at a coin shop in Enid, Oklahoma, which was sold at the Oklahoma City Bricktown show in May of 2004. I purchased that coin on behalf of another person with whom I had telephone contact. He purchased it from me. I made $100 on the transaction, bought the coin for $1,100 and sold it for $1,200. And it was the Discovery coin, the one that was published in Coin World at the time. I was like about a year or so before I purchased the coin in 2004. You still have Deutschmarks? You can't turn them in anymore. I can remember doing pretty much everything in Deutschmarks that I have ever done in Germany because, well, oh, looky there. A little struck through on the rim. A little tiny pebble of something in the rim when it was struck and then it fell out. That's what causes that kind of commotion. right. Here's Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers for coin number 37 in the roll. Nothing there, boys and girls. How about number 38? This one goes to Eric. Nice earlier die-state coin. But nothing to see here. You see that little nub on the top of the 1 of the date? Don't pay any attention to it. That's normal. That's part of the 1971 design for some reason. You can see it better in this position. You can see how the 1 ends and then it has a nub on the top of it. Don't ever pay attention to that. Don't want anybody talking into believing that's a double die. It's not. It's not. It's not, I tell you, it's not. Coin number 39 now. Coin number 39 for Mac McBride. To some degree, you can see it on the top of the 1 in just about all 1971 Lincoln cents from all 3 mints. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know. But I can tell you you're going to see it so often, you're going to get tired of seeing it. All right, there's coin number 39. How about number 40? This one goes to Donna Mac. Coin number 40 to Donna Mac. And this one turns out to be nothing, honey. Coin number 41 now, Deanne. Let's see what Deanne gets. Yeah. Got nothing there. Number 42. The Jackie Robinson coin goes to Techstar. And once again, you can see the little nub on the top of the 1. It's nothing. I'm telling you, it's nothing. This one's actually got some die markers on it. I haven't seen very many die markers in this roll. Oddly, they've been very, very clean and free of die markers. Why did I call this Jackie Robinson coin? Jackie Robinson was number 42 in the Brooklyn Dodgers back when he played baseball. Very famous first black player to cross the race line in Major League Baseball, playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers. .42 is also the answer. Okay, you'd have to expound on that because the only thing I can remember about the answer is the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. Is that correct? So how is 42 the answer? Here's number 44 for Wanda. Number 44. This one looks interesting until you look at it. I knew somebody would say, "What? What do you say?" This one has that double rim thing going on, slightly misaligned. Very, very common, 1971. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 42 is the answer. I'll have to find that out and read about it. Shannon Smith. Another 1971 here. Oddly enough, 1971D is pretty well known for having little bars above the 7, but the 71 plain, there's none known. How odd is that? Huh? You got them in 70S, 70D. There's even one in 70 plain. 71? No such animal that we know of. Doesn't mean they can't exist, just means that we don't know where they are if they are. If they is, we don't know where they is. All right, that's coin number 46. Got 4 left. 4 remain in the roll. And then we'll move on to the final show for the night. The final show for the night will be happening probably right around, going to be 8:45. 8:45, I think we'll get started on that one. Be able to finish up for the night by, I'd say 9:30. It's a respectable hour. The answer is blowing in the... I can't say any more words than that. YouTube will clock me for copyright infringement. I do not own any rights to the song, which I just walrused out. James Worley is next. James Worley. Sometimes you get things stuck in your head and you just have to sing them to get rid of them, right? I know. No matter how painful it is to everyone in earshot. It can be extremely painful to others. However, it's not dangerous. It's just painful. Pain goes away. Earworms. There you go. Yeah, earworms. Mine are more like ear centipedes. They just eat at you. Worms are harmless. Well, depends. Tell the dogs that. Actually, the dogs and anyone who lives in a jungle. All right, final coin. This is DN. Final coin in the roll, coin number 50. And it looks like we're going to end up with, well, just an ender. Not even any toning on this one. All right, folks, that's our 1971 plain roll. In and out with 50 normal coins. There it is for you right there. 50 normal coins. All right, so it looks like, well, it's going to be by 8:30. I'm going to be on the next one. So back out to the channel. Find the show for roll reveal number 283, 1972 Philadelphia Original Machine Wrapped Roll. And we will get on it here in just a few minutes. See you guys.